Welcome to Fine Living, presented by Jim Reif Builders on 1240 Radio WOMT.
And good morning, lecture. Good morning, Jim.
Morning, Terry.
How are you?
Pretty good for the first week of December.
Yes, it is crazy to think how fast time is flying by. It's a holiday season. Are you enjoying all the holiday shopping and everything?
Well, it just haven't started much yet, so that's a good enjoyment, I guess. And by the way, you don't have to worry about getting me a gift this year, Terry.
Okay, then I'll return it.
Oh, come on. Well, if you have it, then maybe I can take it.
Jim, today on Fine Living here, we're talking about liens and waivers.
Yeah, this is a little bit of the boring stuff, not the excitement here, not that, where you're trying to put
But
anybody
it is something we need or we want to educate consumers on.
That's correct.
So what is it?
So liens and lien waivers, or waivers of lien, I should say, is a correct pronunciation, is the fact that when you have work done at your house and you're paying your contractor, you want to make sure that that contractor's paying the lumber yard, the plumber, the electrician, so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. And to get the reassurance of that, they should be providing you with a waiver of lien. So each time you make a payment, then you should be getting waivers of lien saying that that money you paid went and paid off the things for the house,
Okay.
with the remodeling work or the
Sure.
new construction. If you do not pay the contractor, then he has a right to file a lien on your home. So that means if you've ever tried to sell a home, the contractor and or the suppliers and vendors would have first dibs on getting any money before anybody else would, even the banks.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty neat that way. So it's important stuff to have and for people to know about. And one of the key things out there, this is kind of maybe a double-edged sword, I guess you could say, because it's both for the contractor and for the homeowner. For the contractor to file the lien, he has to give you proper notices right off the bat in the contract. And then secondly, he has to, if you don't make payment, he has to provide in so many days. But you also, as a reassurance to you, want to make sure that you get the waiver of lien from him so that every payment you made has gone and paid off the materials. And at the end,
So
go ahead.
if I understand correctly, let's say, you hire a general contractor to do a bathroom remodeling project and they don't pay the vendor. Can that vendor go after you, the homeowner?
Yes, they can. And that's why, even though you pay the contractor, that's why it's real important that you get this waiver of lien from him and also from each contractor that worked there. So
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a little bit complicated.
So it's really for a self-protection for yourself as a homeowner to make sure that the general contractor that you hired is actually doing their job.
That is correct. And when you get those waivers of lien, you want to hold on to them forever, and as long as you own that property. Because if you come to sell it and all of a sudden there's a lien that pops up, you can say, well, hey, I've got this document saying that we paid and they signed off. Then it's invalid. So it's real important that these documents that we do. And in our office, we they come out of our computer regular. And we're getting all our homeowners. And at the end of the project, get a final one so that everybody signs up for paid in full. There's no discrepancies. So it's real important to the consumer to pay attention to that. And these are the fine things that we don't think about.
And you'd recommend that this, whether it's for just a small remodeling project or a complete new construction, any kind of project ever.
Correct. Anything I would say over $1,000 in value, you probably should have something like that taken care of. It's real important because you don't want to get stuck.
Interesting. This is a good consumer knowledge that we are providing here for listeners here. And again, Jim, you mentioned this is something you guys do consistently.
Correct. And there's a lot of contractors that do, but I want to make sure the consumer knows about that everybody should be doing it after hiring. So.
Jim, how do they get hold of Jim Reif Builders?
Terry, we'd love to hear from them. Give us a call at 684-6899. You can look us up at jimreifbuilders.com. Great website. And then we have a nice presence on Facebook.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Terry.
Thanks for listening to Fine Living, presented by Jim Reif Builders, the leader in new construction and remodeling here on the Lakeshore. Let their vision enrich your lifestyle. Tune in again next week for another episode of Fine Living on 1240 Radio WOMT. To learn more, visit jimreifbuilders.com.